Welcome to Spotlight with Gwendy. Today is going to be a wonderful special edition because we're welcoming four beautiful female entrepreneurs who took part in our just ended Power Weekend training called Launch Your Powerhouse Video Podcast Show and 10x Your Business in 2022. They are here today to share their experience about the 3 days power workshop that we had. They have a whole lot to tell you about the experience, but most importantly, they're here to ask for your support as they start this journey together. So sit tight, guys. In a minute, we're going to be meeting these amazing ladies who are just backstage. If you're just joining us for the first time, you are so welcome to the show. Please do us a favor, share. We need more people joining so that they can get impacted, just like these ladies were impacted by this 3 days transformation. And if you're not following us, oh my gosh, you could be so missing out. So go ahead, follow this page and click that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube so you never miss out when we go live with amazing programs to edify and empower you. All right, are you ready to meet our ladies who are waiting backstage? If you are, then I am. Let's go. Welcome, queens. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you, Gwen?
Hello,
Doing
Gwendy.
excellent. How is everyone? Hi, Juliet. I think we have the wrong Juliet screen on here, so we're going to get the right one and take this one off. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi. This is my power team, everyone. Welcome to the show. Please help us share the show. This is Spotlight with Gwendy. On this show, we talk to people, personalities, and professionals whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower the community. Last weekend, we had a 3 days workshop, and these ladies were part of it. Woohoo! We created magic in a weekend, guys. We took them from idea to now a ready roadmap.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
have to launch their
Yes.
Powerhouse video show. So I'm going to just say, ladies, introduce yourselves. Tell us everything we need to know right now. How was your experience like, first of all?
Hey world, it's your girl Joyce, aka MCJT. Let's say that last weekend was absolutely amazing. Just to sum it up, I have heard of Canva, I've heard of these things, but never really had hands-on. And listen, Coach Gwen, you nailed it. Your patience was absolutely amazing for a lot of us that it was our first time doing this, and I am so excited for the skill sets that I have obtained and how to carry that not only as a mompreneur or entrepreneur, but again in my everyday life. So I'm excited and thank you so much. So ladies, I'm excited. 2022, let's go.
Let's go. Let's rock and roll. So let's hear from Sophie. Let's hear from Sophie. Sophie just won herself a Yeti mic yesterday worth $100. And it's her birthday. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing?
That's the gift.
Yes.
Hello, ladies. Hello, Gwen. Coach Friendly. I mean, you are a special coach. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yes, I won the Yeti mic. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, the work I did. You know, I'm so humbled to be the winner. Yay! Everything is so amazing. It was awesome.
Oh wow!
All right,
so, Sophie,
let me share my experience.
Yes, Sophie.
Yes. That was my first time doing that kind of a program, creating something I've never ever done before. Just holding the bull by its horns and just trusting the process. I just did everything Gwen told us to do. I mean, I just obeyed her because she's the coach. She is the expert. She knows where she's taking us to. I just believed and trusted her so much. And that's how everything just fell into place. And I would just encourage ladies to just do their homework, do the assignment, trust your coach, and follow her. I'm sure something amazing is going to happen. Thank you.
So, Sophie, before you go, I know that Sophie is on the road, guys. Sophie just celebrated her birthday a few days ago, and she's about to go enjoy herself with family. And we're so grateful that you took time to come on, Sophie. But before you go, just tell us, what was your take home from that entire training, and what should we expect to see from you moving forward, Sophie?
Oh yes, I'm hoping to launch my video podcast show, which is I'm laughing because it's really a challenge, but I decided to take on the challenge, and I know because I have a coach like Gwendy, it's going to happen, and I have the support from this community, this special community that I have been connected to. I call it a divine community, because they are there to make sure that I launch this podcast show
and you
till the end. Yes, so just stay tuned and watch out for the Wake Up Show with Sophie. Press the start button.
We are so proud of you, Sophie. Like, you are a rock star. And I was saying this to Joyce earlier on. Sophie Ngassa, if you all don't know, she's a multiple award winning entrepreneur. She has coached hundreds of young men and women, like, for years. She's in the STEM space, and she is a vision building coach. She has a group right here on Facebook. If you're a woman and you want to learn how to build your vision and get it to where it should get to, so that you can become the transformer that you were born to be, you want to connect with Sophie Ngassa and get that. And I was so honored, Sophie, that you accepted, you humbled yourself, and you came under my mentorship because you knew that you needed this aspect so that you can build your business. I am so grateful for that. So, Sophie, before you go, I want you to tell me about the power of mentorship. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I'll begin by saying that mentorship is two-sided, the mentee and the mentor. Once the mentor explains a vision, you need to understand it, catch it, and follow it. And if the mentee is not doing the work, there's some homework you have to do. You have to put in the work. You have to take action in order to see results. So the mentor is like the expert, and the mentee, you have like, she's there to help you, to guide you, to show you the right way, because she's been through it. She knows what she's taking you through. So you need to follow her keenly, all the steps, take them one after the other patiently, and you are going to get there. I say again, it's two sides. Yes, don't blame your mentor if you don't succeed. It means you have not done the work that you have to do.
That was something. That was something. Joyce, you wanted to say something about that. Joyce, what do you want to say? You met these amazing ladies in this group. What do you have to say about just being in this community and being part of this training, Joyce?
Listen, I will say this. It has been an encouragement. I will tell you that, I introduced Solange and I said, listen, Solange, you need to get on this.
Yeah.
And she did. And guess what? She hopped on and she did her homework before me. And I was like,
and you were like,
I was like, no, she did not. That was an encouragement for me. The support has been phenomenal. I mean, ladies, we're able to throw ideas at each other and say, okay, why don't you try this? So that alone, that support, that encouragement, as a mom, we're all mothers. We're all striving for other things. We play so many roles. And to have a platform, a support system where you can thrive has been absolutely amazing. So, Coach Gwen, thank you again so much. And I'm so looking forward I'm looking forward to 2022 and what it has.
It's coming. We're ready for it. You know how, like, you're prepared for your exam? Like, you know that you have a roadmap that you can actually start following. You're not so stressed out. And then more to that, you have people that you can turn to and be like, hey, sis, What can I do? I have this thing I'm working on. You have a community that is ready to go out there and support
Absolutely.
you and push you
Absolutely.
forward to
Yes.
make sure that those dreams that you have, that vision you have, is going
They
to
come.
come to pass. We've
Amen.
Sophie has left us because she's on her way traveling, so we excused her. That's why we had to take her first. So let's go with Juliet, who is
Woo!
looking so beautiful
Yes.
in her
Hey,
outfit there. Juliet, you look amazing.
I know.
How are
Thank you.
you?
Thank you also very much.
So tell us a little bit about you and
Um,
how you came to know about this training that you took part in.
okay, I want to say thank you so very much. It's such an honor and a privilege to be part of this community. Grace and gratitude to Ma Sophie. She's my coach
Wow,
at
look at
some
that.
level. Yes, yes. And we are part of a community online which is called the Soras community.
Wow.
And we are there for each other to see that we can soar and thrive in our respective areas of gifting. So
Yeah.
she sent the link to me that, hey, check this out. I think it will be good for you. And when she recommends something, I just snap and I get to it. Yeah.
That's
So that's how
amazing.
I got to find out about the platform and I had to register. Remember, I had challenges with registering. And
Yes,
I was
yes, you
always
did.
like asking questions, how do I do? How do I get to send my funds and all of that? I really had a huge challenge, but thank God for my uncle. I don't want to call him here, but Gwendy, you know him. He finally paid for me out there
Yeah.
in the US, and I became part of it. And let me tell you something. It's been a huge challenge.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I think that we're having a little
I have
glitch.
the knowledge.
Okay. Yes, Juliet, go ahead.
Are we together?
Yes, yes, yes. We're right here. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I don't.
Hi, Leith.
I've
Hello.
not
Thank
really
you for
been social
watching.
media friendly. Like I don't know how to navigate those tools and all of that. My focus has always been research on the field, helping people, training and doing practical therapeutic things, but not really getting into this social media thing. So it was really huge, but I accepted it and I worked with it. I realized this is my first flyer, although it took me like 3 hours. I was like, yay!
Yes.
That's amazing.
And thank you,
So
Grace. I'm so grateful.
yeah, I want to say that, Juliet, a lot of times we have projects, we have things that we want to achieve in our lives, we have plans, we write them down, and then we start looking for somebody that can actually help us, direct us. How can I do this? How can I get this? And for those of you who are just joining,
Yeah.
who meeting me for the first time, my name is Gwendolyn FD. I'll say that again. I have a background in media, broadcast, and tech for over almost 15 years now. I work with the Cameron Radio Television. I hosted Tam Tam Weekend for 4 years. I hosted a bunch of programs over there. So I have that experience. And for me to be able to impact the world, I had to pivot myself. Okay. I also had
Mm.
to pivot in 2021, in 2020 and 2021, because I had to get online. You know, I had to continue doing what I was called to do, what I believe I was called to do, transforming lives, impacting the world through programs and telling our own stories. So I had to pivot. It was a hard one for me. Most of these things that I'm teaching you ladies, I had to learn them myself when COVID happened and everybody was forced to pivot. And I really thank God that I allowed myself to be teachable, because some days I was frustrated. I would be
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, how am I even going to do this? I remember my very first broadcasts, they were like, oh my gosh, some of them were just awkward, like sound issues, all kinds of problems. But I've learned all those things. I've tested it, I've tried it, I've found the mistakes, and now I'm showing people how to do it so they don't go through the same mistakes that I went through. And I've seen the transformation that being online and having a show online has done for my business and for the ladies that I have already been working with. And I was like, oh my God, this is such a transformation. I need to tell everybody that you need to be online. If you're not online, if you're not meeting your people online, if you're not serving them, if you're not connecting with them, you are doing a disservice to the world, and you are also leaving money on the table. So we can get all of that. We
Yeah.
can create that impact.
Yeah.
We can create that influence, and we can get the income that goes with it that we deserve by just
Yes.
doing the service, by just doing the work. And I'm so grateful for you, ladies, because the truth is, once you have a place where your people can meet you, they will feel more comfortable to come discuss their issues with you. So now let's talk. Let's talk to Solange. Solange was one of the last people to join, but boy, oh boy, Solange!
She
Oh my
showed up.
God, Solange. Joyce
Yes, Gwen.
told me about this, and let me tell you guys something. Solange and I come from way back. We were classmates.
Oh,
We did biochemistry together. That was where I started before getting into journalism. Before that, we were in high school together. We did was
Wow.
it S what? What did we
S4.
do? S4, oh, not S4. We did maths, physics,
Oh, S3, math, physics, and biology,
and biology. So
chemistry.
Wow.
we
S3.
did all of those things. I don't remember what it was.
It's
Chemistry,
S3, math, physics,
maths,
biology, and
and
chemistry.
biology. That was what we did in high school.
Yeah.
Then we landed in the university, started doing biochemistry, which I thank God for those difficult processes. They taught me how to do things. And then we went our ways. Everybody did their own thing. I found more desire in journalism. I followed this path because I felt that I was called to do this more. And somehow Joyce was part of the training. She told Solange, and Solange is like, you tell us a story, Solange. Because I don't want to recount. I don't have every detail. Hi, Belinda. Thank you for joining, sis.
Oh my God, Gwen.
Solange, so
Well, thank you so much, Gwendy, for bringing me here. Like she said, we've known ourselves way back. So, right, my sister-in-law Joyce, she's my sister-in-law.
pump us hearts, ladies. Pump us hearts if you're getting value from this. Put in the comments, hashtag value.
So,
Yes, go ahead, Solange.
okay. Thank you. So, Joyce is my sister-in-law, and she's one of the people that has she's always been supporting me.
Aww.
I remember 2020, 2019, she spoke to me like, Solange, you need to start making money from this thing. Stop doing this free thing, because I do hair and I cook. I'm a caterer. So she's one of the, I call her my amazing ambassador, because she's always
Aww.
there. Whatever opportunity she gets,
She
will
puts
send
you
it to
in.
me. Yeah. So that day I called her. She was like, sis, I attended this training. Oh my God, this woman is amazing. So that you need to get this training. You need, and when she starts with me, I have to get it, because she
Yes.
will follow up.
She's not gonna let you be.
She's not gonna let me breathe. So I said, you know what? Okay, Joyce, let me hear it now. You have to get on it. Then I was asking her, so who is this person? She said, Gwendy. I said, hold on, where's Gwen? Is it the same Gwendy? I said, please just send me the flyer. Let me see. So when she sent the flyer, I saw Gwen. I said, this is my friend. This is Gwen. I said, well, that being said, I will call her. She was like, please, sis, call her. Call her. I said, yes, ma'am, I will call. So when I called Gwen, we started talking. In like 10 minutes, I was like, wow, okay. This is what they call opportunity meets preparedness.
There you go. I love
That
that.
is what it was like. Okay. When I
Damn.
started talking to her, because I've been talking with Gwen, but we have never spoken business. We've never spoken media. We've never spoken anything apart from our school days and maybe family husbands when we talk.
I know.
But this day, because of Joyce, I said, okay, we started talking. And when I told her about my ideas, I actually told her about my business. I have a hair line online, and I'm paying every month. And she was like, are you mad? How can you be paying money every month and you're making money?
You're not promoting it. Like,
You're not promoting it.
business.
Right.
I told her all these
Right,
things.
Gwen.
Then I told her about my idea of the kind of show I want to get, like not even like a show. I was not even thinking about the show. So I just told her that I have this thing that I want to do, but I don't know how to go about it, because a lot of people have come to me that, Solange, you have that thing. You have that thing in you when you talk to people, especially couples. I've talked to young couples. When I talk to them, when they have problems, they come to me and they really thank me that that's helped them. Then my pastor too had confirmed to me that is what God is calling you to do, to talk to young couples, to help them in their marriage and stuff like that. So that day my pastor spoke to me, was like, okay, So this thing I've been thinking about, and people have been talking. So okay,
this is God now confirmed through your pastor. Like, what are you doing?
Through my spiritual father, I'm like, okay. Then I told my husband, like, my husband was like, but you've been saying this thing, and it's not the first time the pastor.
What are you doing about it?
I don't know what you're waiting for. So I kept procrastinating. That day when I spoke with Gwen, I mean, she fired me up. Oh my goodness! I went straight to the training. And that day, I did my homework.
She binge watched everything.
Everything I did. I slept at the. My husband was like, "What are you doing?
Why are you not coming to bed?"
I said, "Don't worry."
Husband needed something. He needed warmth. He needed working all night.
Amazing. When I sent Gwen my ideas, that because I had ideas already written down way back.
Yes, I was surprised.
She was like,
"Wow."
Wow.
So I'm just so thankful. I'm so grateful that I was able to join and to listen to Joyce, because sometimes you say that will not.
You're grateful for a sister-in-law like this. How many sisters-in-law are like this? Like, shout out to all sisters-in-law in the world. You so all much. Are amazing, and you need to keep being one another's keeper. That is what family is all about. Right. Joyce, seriously, shout out to you. Let me bring you to the screen and just say, Joyce is somebody that I've known for a couple of years now, and I'll just say she touched my heart. She struck me in a special way from the very first time that I got to know her. Her talent, like I've been in a room where she was on the mic. I was like, like goosebumps all over me. I was like, God, this girl is fire.
Coming from another mic pro.
Oh my God, I was so like blown away. And since then we kept, connecting. We kept talking, sharing, supporting each other. And when this program came up, I talked to her about it. I was like, hey, sis, I know we've talked about this thing before. And thank you first for joining Global Female Entrepreneurs here on Facebook, because that was where I announced it. And then you jumped on it. Yeah. And I was like, sis, you could be doing so much more, right? You could be doing so much more. You can be helping people even more if you have your show, because there's going to be a place where your people can meet you, where they have questions, you can answer them, where they can feel safe to talk and discuss and all that, where you can really fully put in that expertise and then propose your other services. Yes. That way you have that powerhouse.
Yes.
Now, it's like your store. It's like your store. Like when you have a store, you can sell any kind of product you have.
Yes,
so you need to create your powerhouse. And I'm so grateful that you jumped on it, sis. And with a little baby, with everything that you've been through last week, oh God, thank you.
Oh,
thank you so much, Joyce. I'm so grateful for people like you. The world is not ready. The world is not ready.
Under you? Oh, they're not ready. We're coming.
The world is. So thank you so much for inviting Solange, for being a wonderful, you're just a beautiful person inside and out. And, you could have kept it to yourself, but you thought about your sister-in-law. I mean, how many sisters-in-law out here would do that for their sisters-in-law? Some people don't really care that much. But I wanted to say, seriously, this has touched my heart when Solange said that. You always check out on her. Always make sure that when you have any opportunity, you bring her in. That just melted my heart, like in a big way. So Joyce, tell us about your show.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us about your show. What is going to happen? What should we expect to see?
So before I actually tell you about the show, I want to give a little recap. So the name of our show, and when I say it is a group of women, and I am one of them. I'll be working with Nicole, who is she's married, but she's a stepmom. And I have another host on the show. Her name is Latha. She's African-American who's married to an American. So the name of the talk show or podcast show will be Marriage Talks. Ooh. And tagline is the good, the bad, and the in-betweens of a God-centered marriage.
Wow.
Now, our goal here is, as you all know, we all go through so many things, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between in our marriages. But at the end of the day, as a Christian, as a child of God, we all know for a fact that when God is the center of that marriage, right?
It's going to work.
You can overcome so many things.
Right.
But reality is we live in a world where so many things, material things, finances, all these things become part of the marital issues that we have to deal with. So our goal here will be getting, different people from different backgrounds regular folks like you and I to talk about their personal experiences. First and foremost, we have ideas such as, what is a God-centered marriage? We have another show we're working on called, Marriage Across the Atlantic. So
wow,
people that never knew each other and they're married and they're thriving. What was all of that? What was behind it? How do you go from not knowing someone to marrying someone and then you're thriving? So I am so excited, and we are in need of 2 more women that we would like to join our show. And again, as I mentioned, we're looking for diverse marriages. We're looking for, we're hoping to find someone, praying to find someone from the east side of the world. But at the end of the day, we want to ensure that, again, it's a Christian couple that are willing to share their experiences. And I'm so excited. It's been in my heart for over 2 years. We currently have an IG platform called Marriage Talks. So marriage and then talks, it's one word. You can follow us on there at the moment. But our goal is to go live by the end of January 2022. So I'm excited, and I know that you're excited as well. And let's live and listen. If it's a spade, we're gonna call it a spade. So we're gonna have real conversations with real people, real experiences. I'm excited. Thank you, Gwen.
Wow, I wanted to just say this, Joyce. Like, this is such a need, in our community right now, especially with all the trials and tribulations, and there's just so much going on in the relationship and marriage space that a need is there. Like, you already know that a need is there. So look out for this flyer, guys. This is just what we created during the training. Joyce is going to work on that. She's not the only host, but we just did this for the sake of the training. This is what Joyce created for, just visual purposes, so you guys can see. And we created this in Canva.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
In Canva, guys. Like, professionally done. So beautiful. So sleek. Canva is free for you to use. And I don't know why people are not taking advantage of trainings like this, Joyce. Like, this is something that I'm learning myself. I'm perfecting my craft in Canva. But Joyce, what was it like for you creating that cover art for your show, knowing that now you knew about the name of your show and all whatnot? Like, tell us about the aspects that we see on here on this flyer.
Listen, I will tell you that, in everything in life, you have to sacrifice. And as a mompreneur, we're in so many places and doing so many things.
Yes.
And it was, I won't lie, it wasn't easy to find the time. There was a point where I was holding the baby. I was, but you have to sacrifice in order to get what you want. And I will tell you that, Gwen, I learned so much from you. From, again, in this flyer, you see the picture of myself, but I mentioned it is a group of women. Our topic of our show, Marriage Talks, tagline. I had no idea that Canva had all these amazing effects, like Facebook
everything is
Live.
already set up. Like,
listen, I was blown away. And
just
I was telling
change,
myself,
drag and drop, put your own words, put your own pictures. Like,
change the fonts, colors. I mean, you can identify what your color theme is for your event or your show or whatever it is that you're working on Canva. And Canva will work with you. I mean, I even tried something for morning and it gave me like morning colors. I was like, oh my God, this thing is so
it's like magic. And it gives you a different branding. Like, you look professional.
I was blown away. Like I said, I have heard of Canva, but never really knew what was in Canva until you went through this training. And
we're not promoting Canva. It's just an amazing platform that we realized, we found out, and we're like, where is everybody and why are you not using this?
Yes. And thank you, Gwen, for your patience. I'm telling you a number of times, I'm like, what did she do again? And you repeating some of those steps was amazing. So again, I'm excited. And as I mentioned before, it's not just in the business aspect, but in every aspect of life. My kids' birthdays and events, I can create your flyers.
There you go. You don't have to pay $20 to anybody anymore. I'm sorry, guys, for those who had to take that money, but now we know. Now we know.
I don't have to stress. I don't have to call you 10 times. Like, is the flyer done yet? No.
Is the flyer done? Send it.
You can go ahead and do yours
in 5 minutes.
Yes. yeah, so again, it was an eye opener, and I'm so blessed to be where I am, knowing what I know now. So thank you.
We are looking forward to
Yes.
the show. That show is going to launch. There are three amazing ladies who'll be on the show. Remember, Joyce is not the only presenter. This
Yes.
flyer, we created it just for the sake of the training because we needed to put the training into action. Okay.
Right.
That's why we created the flyer, and we just had to represent, have the name of the show, the tagline of the show, the frequency of the show, and then social media. So if you're watching at home and you did not have the chance of being part of the training, there are a couple of things that you're going to need if you want to create your show and look professional online. Of course, you can just go live on your page and talk and talk and talk. But if you want to do it the right way, professionally, so that you can actually attract high paying and top tier clients, you want to be more professional. Okay. This is something that has really helped us. We just landed a deal with a bank in our community. It's I'm beyond blown by that. But the truth is, when we connected, they had to go over and find out what we do. And some of what we do that really, I believe, convinced them was the kind of quality of information that we have here, the kind of guests that we talk to, and the beauty, the representation, the branding of our page and what we do. It matters a lot. It's like your ID card. They have to see it. When people drop by your page, they should be blown away, either by what they see, the information, the content, or the value that you're giving. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk now to Juliet. Juliet, who is she's a counselor. She works with communities. She's just multifaceted. She's gorgeous. Yeah. She is focused on mental health. So tell us a little bit about your show, Juliet.
So, Gwendy, thank you again for this opportunity. Growing up, there were certain issues certain behavioral changes or abnormalities that when communities observe, they'll immediately either take you to a herbalist, to a pastor, or to some
you're possessed.
Or to some Gambi person, and they'll start associating it with stories and saying that it's as a result of this or this or that or that. Personally, at some point, I was adopted when I was 17, and prior to that, I had a very stable life, childhood, right up to when I was 13, that I realized that, okay, the people I was living with were not my parents and all of that. So questions started coming in, trauma, lots of issues, behavioral change. And I was like questioning so many things, but I'll be hushed and beaten and labeled and accused and all of that. So it got to a point where when I was finally adopted at 17, where I went to stay was really, really abusive.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I suffered a lot. I even attempted suicide.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And nobody will even listen to me, but they'll label and throw and want you to fit in a particular box, which was not the me that my grandma raised me to be. Mm-hmm. So somehow, long story short, at 23, I was disowned and things like that. It was really chaotic. I've been through a lot, But
You're a winner.
Yes, but the beauty of it all is that God was making straight the crooked. He was using all of those.
There's something that Dr. Eunice said here in the comments.
So it come out powerfully and be able to help people. So fast forward 2014, I suffered from severe sepsis that led to kidney, liver, and spleen failure, and I was in altered mental status. So as a result of that, I had a lot of help. I was on oxygen for months, but when I regained consciousness, miraculously, I had a lot of help from therapists in the UK and in the US and in Germany. People were just coming to help me to see that I'm okay, because there was a lot of hurt and pain inside here. So, and I realized that there's a gap in this in our community. That so many. I was even taken for exorcism, and I claimed to be like, okay. You know how it is, right? It's really a story to share. But I just realized that it was trauma. I just realized that all these things were PTSD. I was suffering from accumulated pain and bitterness and the sexual abuse and nine that I even didn't recall, and all those craziness, and being abused also in my mom's house verbally and made to feel like I was worthless. So when I had therapy after I regained consciousness, I saw that this is And there is a gap here. The African mind is still very backward and still considers some of these psychopathologies as being spiritual. I'm not saying that not some things that are spiritually inexplicable, but I'm saying that I was suffering from a mental health concern, and my community know about it, and they had their own perceptions, know about the myths. So this pushed me after my recovery to go back to school, divert from being the linguist I've been for over 10 to 13 years, thriving in that sphere, to get into psychology. I did my master's now in psychology, get to the PhD level in psychology, focus in trauma and resiliency. Just so
woohoo! Doctor in the making.
Queen.
Yeah, so I've done a lot of courses. I'm a certified field traumatologist from Divine Mercy University in the US. I'm my lecturer, Professor Benjamin Keys and Dr. Delphine Fanfon. They really helped me to detoxify my mind. And I saw that there's a gap here in Africa. So I challenged myself to be able to create that safe space. So I have this office. I'm in my office right now. It's called Nalela Sanctuary for Mental Health.
Wow.
And I'm helping other people to heal. And I'm educating and empowering our communities from our African perspective to understand that some of these issues that they see, some behavioral changes as a result of mental health concerns, pathologies, and we can just get healing by being listened to, by speaking up and being validated, allowing ourselves to know that we are enough regardless of the challenges, and not to be labeled or not to be terms as something. Those are false labels. And if you just have that somebody who will listen to you therapeutically, who will listen to you to hear you, not listen to speak or tell you what he or she thinks,
actually let you speak
you
and
can
hear you.
Yeah, because there's a lot of healing and comfort in being listened to therapeutically. And I've been there since 2016, just helping people. I go to communities. As I'm in Bamenda now, there's a lot of trauma and chaos. I've been organizing trauma healing sessions here and there, going to those villages.
Everything going on.
Doing all to see that people who are going through what I went through know that it's not about those things that our community think it is. Actually, they are concerns. And if you can have somebody to speak to who will listen to you and help you diagnose the source of your issue and not the cause, then you can get that healing. And you don't need to get medications, just psychotherapy, just talking, or just cognitive behavioral therapy, or just hypnotherapy. Those therapies that I'm trained in can help you to break those mental barriers and regain your freedom and thrive. So I'm just passionate. Getting people to know that I'm here.
That's amazing.
To help them.
Juliet, there's so much need.
So much.
There's so much need for what you have. Can you all see that every single person has their space?
Yes.
I want you all to see that you can all have space. There is space for everybody to thrive. Because your experience can never be my experience.
That's right.
And Juliet's experience can never be another person's experience. There will be similarities. That is why we connect. We may have seen it somewhere in somebody's life. We may have seen it in another person's home and all whatnot, but we're here to help each other. So Juliet attended the 3 days training that we had last weekend, and she has prepared. She's going to be starting a show online so that she can really help those people out there who need a safe space to come and talk and learn about real issues relating to mental health and trauma that comes with it. So tell us about your show. What's it going to be called? What's the tagline? Did you send it to me? I don't know. I don't have it here. I wanted to show the flyer. I'm going to put it up later. So
So it's Let's Talk Mental Health Africa, because my target group is the adults and the aging, because most of the issues that are surfacing at the level of adulthood and aging are things that occurred at the childhood phase. But from the African perspective, each community has its cultural norms, cultural do's and don'ts. And what is a norm in my culture might be an abnormality in your own culture or your own community. So when I focus on it to be from the African perspective, from the Afrocentric perspective, is to first of all let us know that yes, as Africans we have our indigenous belief systems. As Africans we have our
serious cultural issues, like deep cultures.
Of course. However, there are some of these things that are universal. And when you see somebody behaving like this, know that these are the indicators, because we're using mental DMS 5 to do diagnosis. And what I've been succeeding with here in the Northwest region and in Cameroon, because I travel all over Cameroon to meet clients. Thank God they're now yielding to it and they're coming for the therapy and the treatment, is that I try to understand you from where you're coming from, because what will work for you is not what will work for me.
Yeah.
Okay, we might both be exposed to the same traumatic events, but the way I perceive it, my level of resiliency is not yours. So I cannot come here expecting you to fit into this box, because cognitive behavioral therapy expects you to behave like this. So we try to, in the show, I'll be using real life experiences, case studies, talk about issues, talk about what the African mind perceives, but talk about professionally what it is, how you can identify some of these things. And the beauty of my show is the fact that I'll be giving practical therapeutic exercises. When I bring up a case study and we do a case conceptualization, identify all those clinical issues, elements, I come now with, okay, in such a situation, this is what you do. This is how you do.
Love it.
This is how you can overcome and
I
navigate.
love it.
Oh my gosh.
That's
It's all about.
I'm just curious. I wanted to ask, so you had all these things in mind, like what has changed since you attended the training, and how are you going to now apply the things that you learned to really bring value to that community that is waiting to embrace you? Because this is so needed.
Yes, thank you very much for that question, Gwen. Prior to this training, right, I had been holding back. Even my Sophie knows I had been holding back.
She says you are awesome, Julliet, and she's giving you lots of hearts.
Yeah, thank you, man. Namaste. So I'd been holding back because it was like, when I just started, I did pro bono services for 3 years just to create that sensitization and that awareness. And now that people know, sometimes I'm just like, no, if I go out there, it might just be overwhelming. But I'm like, come on, I got this. So when I had this training, I'm like, Julia, you are enough. You can do this. You can really help those people, because they need to know that there's professional help here in Cameroon.
They need to even know that there's help. That there is help, that they can actually go to somebody to get help.
Yeah. And asking for help is not a form of weakness. No, it's strength. Okay?
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot, especially designing. The challenge too was to have a team, a steady team, somebody who will be focused on doing these graphics and, extra that you've taught us. But the 3 days with you, Gwen, I cannot thank you enough. And it's not enough about you teaching, but the way you come behind the scene and ignite us and tickle us. I motivate, I encourage, I inspire, but no. I caught you cafe. You bad. My boy, you were. Thank you. So I'm going to use this show, like you've taught us, to reach out to many people, to let them know that there's help here and it's okay to talk, to speak up. Don't be ashamed. Own every bit of your story, no matter how shabby or ugly it might seem. By speaking up, you're liberating yourself for that mental clarity and for you to move forward. And above all, to monetize it such that I can be able to help those communities that are underserved, who don't even have the basic needs, basic necessities of life, because I have an humanitarian arm. And above all, it's just about the joy of serving, the joy of service. Tomorrow is my birthday, and 19th December.
Oh my God! So many birthdays to
birthday
month.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm just, this is like a birthday gift that I'm gifting myself, to have learned how to do this thing. And Gwen, I'm grateful because with you holding my hand in this fair, I know I can reach higher. I can reach out to more people. We can really change the narratives, because the overall point is to change the narrative regarding mental health concerns in Africa, especially for the adults and the aging. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing, Julliet. I will tell you that your story, like, you see, this is why I say video is powerful, right?
Yes.
You could have just decided that, okay, hey, I'm just going to do a write-up and talk about my experience and talk about what I've been through, and then somebody would see it and then maybe they're going to react, right? But then you see now that just this live training this live broadcast that we have, you have shared with your heart.
Yes.
We've heard it from you. We can feel it. Joyce, what do you have to say about just listening to Julliet right now? Would you be interested in watching that show?
Oh my goodness, absolutely.
Like, what can you say about
I-
just knowing her now deeper, a step
Let's-
deeper?
Listen, Julliet, I knew you were a queen, but now it's a whole different level of not only admiration, but a whole different level of professional respect. So I'm looking forward to it. You mentioned that the goal in life is to own your past, so thank you for reminding us, not just women, but the world, that you have to own your past and acknowledge that past in order for you to move forward. And I commend you. This topic is so needed in our beloved home of Cameroon. I mean, it is so needed. I see Dr. G, she's going crazy on the chat.
They're already partners. Like, literally.
It is so needed, and it's just even better to have a professional. It's not just, let's talk, but you're coming from a professional standpoint. And professionally, I am also a social worker, so DSM-5, all those things. It's just wonderful. So Gwen, I mean, look, you started something, and we're just building.
That is why we call this a power team. This is a power community. Sis. Sometimes you never know when God puts something in your heart. And this is what I love. I just love this particular saying from the Bible, that who God calls, he qualifies.
Oh, yes.
It's so powerful. Yes. Like every time when I remember it, when I'm low, when I'm feeling discouraged, when I feel like I don't have the support that I need, I tell myself I was called for a reason.
Yes.
I know that God has qualified me. He will continue fixing me to the level that he wants, so that I can do the work that he has called me to do.
And Gwen, let me be the first to say that I am so ready to support you in however way we can support you. So let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Solange, what was it like listening to Julliet? I'm talking about the power of video, the power of you being live, or seeing you articulating your voice, your story is different from just having a write-up. That is why we need to create a show. That's why you need a space where your people can feel free, where you can come and share real experiences, where they can feel like, oh my gosh, I literally can find help here. I can get a session here. And then through your show, you can now do your calls to action. Hey, there is my calendar. If you'd like to talk more, DM me. Now people know how they can find you. Then they can get to you and you could help them. You give them the impact that they need. You transform whatever the transformation they need, and then you get paid doing what you love to do, which is serving your community. What else is there to do? Solange, what did you feel like listening to Julliet? Would you want to watch that show? Like, did it transform something in you?
Absolutely. Goodness. So personally, I don't know Julliet. This is I met her on this platform, and truth be told, if she had written this on a synopsis or something for me to read,
people will read it.
I wouldn't have read it. So by seeing you, by hearing you, I can see the passion from you. I can see the way you express yourself. I know that because there's a difference there's a difference between someone who was called and someone who is just doing something because they want money from it. But you have the passion for something. When you have the passion for something, you don't burn out. You are consistent. So I can see from you that, from the way you've expressed yourself, from what you have done, from your past experience. And there's nothing as beautiful as you bringing out something that you've gone through. You have a lot to say. They say whatever you teach out there, your experience is not only what you go through, but what people have gone through. So your experience and other people's experience is just going to be a bomb. So I'm looking forward for that show, and keep doing what you're doing. You are rocking it. And I know in Cameroon, we need it. I know a lot of people, even my family, that are going through similar things.
All
and
kinds of situations.
You ask yourself, like, okay, what's happening with this one? Like my mom told me already, they don't know where my cousin is. That one, it just behave like, so we don't even know what I did with you. You don't know what he's going through. And that's somebody that's very intelligent. So I'm asking myself, like, what happened to him? But who knows? Issues of life. Issues of life. Before you know it, they're smoking things left and right because they are frustrated. So, my dear, kudos to you and keep going. I am behind you.
We
are
are
your
behind
team.
you.
We're gonna be your
We are
first
behind you.
subscribers. We're gonna be the first followers.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Juliet's flyer that she created during the training. We're gonna work on the dimensions. We're gonna have to work on YouTube or Facebook cover dimensions. Juliet will fine tune this, but this is just so you guys can have an idea of where we're going. This show is going to be coming to you. We'll be creating her Facebook page where her video show will be launched, and a YouTube page as well. Please, guys, look out for it and be ready to go support. Look at that smile. Who doesn't want to see a smile like this?
I know.
Who doesn't want to see a smile like
Beautiful
this?
smile.
Someone. Yes, she's beautiful and she has a beautiful soul, and she's here to help you guys. So what are you waiting for?
Let's go.
Now let's hear from Solange. Let's hear from Soul Angel. Yay! You are the biggest, I would say. I'm looking for the word, Joyce. Help me. This one, he challenged all of us. Like she showed us that you guys are playing. Like you ladies are playing.
She showed up and showed out.
She showed up and showed out. Like she came with her A game.
Yeah.
She joined the training group. Like when we are finished, we're doing our homework. Bam! She just came in and she landed everything. She was like, "What was going on here?" And she just bump.
Exactly.
She encouraged Joyce because Joyce was like,
"I'm here," and I'm like, "No, I'm here too, sister."
This is so amazing. Hi, Johanna. Welcome to the show. Hey, everybody who is joining, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, this show is called Spotlight with Gwendy. And today we're talking about the Create, Launch, and Monetize Your Powerhouse video show. Last weekend, we had a training, a power weekend workshop where these amazing ladies were part of. There are many more who we could not bring on the show today because we wanted to just streamline. You'll see them as time goes on. We learned about creating your show and now they're ready to launch. So we talked about that, choosing the right name and securing that name so that you're not using a name that tomorrow somebody bumps in and tells you, "Oh, this is my name, it's registered, it belongs to me." So if you're out there and you're using names for shows or whatever, just make sure that that name is actually yours. Okay. And if you're able to choose that name and find out that it's secured, it's available, just buy the domain so that you own it. Buy the domain on Namecheap. It's cheap. It's like $8 a year for you to have that name and keep it as your own. Save it. Okay. It's going to help you a great deal. And then, of course, you want to have a tagline for your show. The tagline for today's show was Create, Launch, Monetize your Powerhouse video show. And there you can see today, the date, time, which was, of course, the frequency of the show. And at the top left, you see there, it says live stream because we're going to be live. And then you see the ladies who are in here. Okay. So these are the ladies that we have on the show today. On Spotlight with Gwendy, we talk to people, personalities, and professionals whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower the community to be better. And most importantly, believe that every single dream of yours is valid. So if you're out there and you're still sitting on those dreams of yours and you're still asking yourself, can I do it? You can do it because you got everything that you need. Okay. And if you can't do it by yourself, find a community, find somebody that can help you do it. And we're always here ready to help. And all you need to do is DM. I'm just a DM away. Okay. So, hey, if you're tuning in for the first time, please, you are welcome. Don't forget to follow us here on Facebook, on Instagram, and also subscribe to our YouTube and turn on that notification. There's always so much power, energy, and most importantly, transformational programs going on here with amazing personalities from all around the world. All right. So let's hear from Solange. So Solange, your show. Let me put up the flyer. Look at that face, guys. Who would not want to watch a show from a beautiful woman like this?
So beautiful.
So attractive, so beautiful. Oh my goodness. There's a call to action for you to subscribe. There's a follow us. Come on now. And there's also the share, like, and share. Girl, tell us about your show. The name of the show.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gwendy. Again, I'm very grateful that I was able to take this opportunity. And again, I want to thank my sister-in-law, Joyce. I'll never say
Hi
thank
for
you.
Fideline. Fideline is watching, Solange.
Thanks, my Fideline. That's my beau, right? Yeah, that's my
Fideline
beau.
was a classmate of ours as well.
Yeah. So that's my sister there. And I know I have a couple of people watching now. So thank you guys for joining. So about my show, the name of my show, of course, is The Blissful Couples Corner.
Ooh.
And my tagline is the flavors and splendors in marriage. You know, the reason I chose that tagline, flavors and splendors in marriage, is because marriage is full of things. You know, the best thing that happens during that journey is when they propose to you and the wedding day. After that, you don't know what is coming.
Yes.
Right.
After that, you don't know what is coming.
I have
Right.
no idea.
You have no idea. Like sometimes you be like, "What did I just marry you?" You know.
Yeah.
So my idea. So what I'm up to is in my show. I want us women, especially young couples, like I said, I had this in mind, this vision of, talking to people. But when I was growing, I got married. Even when I was younger, when I was single, I knew that whenever I talk to my friends, when they have a problem, even their boyfriend, whatever thing, they come to me, I always talk to them. And whatever I say, if they follow it, it comes like they get a solution.
They got the help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got the help. So I grew up with that. Then as I got married, some people will talk to me, bring their problems, I'll talk to them, and I realize they'll come back to me, oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so
This
much.
helped, Then the day I had the idea that I would do something like that. But I was like, okay, let me see when, I don't know. I kept procrastinating. So there was this, my husband's friend called me one day and said, Solange, you need to start a YouTube channel. I said, how?
There you
Why?
go.
And he started telling me, you have this thing. I saw you talk to some there was one event I went there to welcome one of my brother's wives, and I gave advice there. I did not even know the guy was recording me. Then he sent it to me that this is what you said. He said you spoke as if you had 25, 30 years in marriage. I said, I don't know, I just spoke. Then so he was like, no, you need to start a YouTube channel. I said, well, I had that in mind, but I don't know. He said, no, start. So, but the final thing came when my pastor told me, when we went to see him for prayers, and he told me, Mama Solange, you have a calling. God has called you to mentor young couples.
Wow.
If you like to stay on it, stay on it. But that is what God is saying.
Don't miss your exit.
Yeah. So I turned to my husband, and he was like, okay. So there I just got, because that was like a confirmation for me. And I've been writing some stuff down. I started adding stuff of my book, what I sent to you.
Yeah, she sent me a whole document.
Yeah,
like she's been preparing for years, all her ideas, topics, in fact, things that came to her mind. And this is, I want to applaud you for this, because she has a whole file that we just need to dig into and then start working on something.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so that's why it's called the splendors, the flavors and splendors in marriage, in the sense that marriage is all about how you make it to be. You know, the flavor you put in something is what you get, right? If you make it bitter, you get it sweet. If you get it, if you put a sweet flavor in it, it's gonna be sweet. If you put a sour thing in it, it's gonna be sour. So it's all about what you put in your marriage.
Wow.
And now the splendor comes out depending on the flavor you add in it. So in this show, we're gonna be talking about how you can build your marriage or rebuild and rekindle the flames in your marriage. Some people get married and before they know it, the first 5 years, everything is quenched.
Yeah.
You don't know whether you're married to who. So my show, this is going to be all about talking to young couples, especially how to maintain that flame in their marriage. And if it is lost, how to bring it back. What we can do. We're going to be organizing shows or Valentine's, retreats, marriage couple retreat, things like that. So a lot of things are going to be talking about how do you handle situations in marriage. You have in-laws issues. Sometimes you get up in your in-laws are getting you angry and you're venting on your husband. Sometimes there are so many things that we're going to be talking about. For example, how do you stay sexy? Some men they want to see you the way they
not be kabao,
right?
Not the big clothes.
I've had that experience with kaba. My husband can tell you when I gave birth, kaba became my maybe my nan were like, mommy, no, it's too much. So it was a big problem. Me, I did not see it was a problem. But my
husband, think you were just trying to be comfortable, but
I was trying to be
about the husband.
But my husband, it was a big problem. So
This is not
there
what
are
I
so many
saw.
couples out there, they don't know. So many women, you turn your husband off because of those things. Sometimes my hair, I have it all day in net. He's like, okay. Even my son will notice when I did my hair, my son was like, Mommy, you did your hair.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, if this child can notice, they have my husband. So,
Yeah.
so some things like that is just a place, that a space that I want people. I'm not going to be the only one. I'm going to be inviting people, to come talk to the young people, how they can keep this thing burning. How you can sometimes these people cheat. Husbands cheat because of what we do.
Women too.
Yeah.
And women too cheat.
And
Oh
women
my
to cheat.
God.
So the focus is the women bad. We're going to be talking to the men too, because it takes two to tangle. So we have to do something.
To tangle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's just the idea about it.
Woo! Oh my gosh, can you guys see that every single lady on this platform has a direction? She has her focus. There is space for every single one of you. Because a lot of times people will be like, oh, what about if I want to do this thing, somebody's already doing it. That person is not you.
Absolutely.
That person doesn't have your ideas. That person doesn't have your calling. That person doesn't have your talents, your skills, your experience. Okay, you have that by yourself, and that is why you need to serve the people that you're called to serve. Do you want to take all that information to the richest place in the world? Do you ladies know where the richest place in the world is? I love to bring this example because you have to think about it all the time. That is the graveyard, because the graveyard there are untold stories, unwritten books.
I know, right?
All the designs that you never got to create, teachers that never got to teach. All those things are found in that place, and you don't want to take all what God gave you to that place and make it richer than it is already. Right? So let's play our role. Let's not let things pass. And then at the time that you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I wish I had this idea. That's my idea that somebody just put out. Oh, that's my idea. I was thinking about the exact same thing just last month. And did you do it? No. Somebody else is thinking too in that direction. And before you know it, somebody's jumping on it. So are you ready to jump this year?
I see Joanna saying that not only young people, even the old ones need ways to rekindle their love. That's true.
They do. They do. That's so amazing. So here is Solange's flyer, and she says that this show is going to be on Fridays. Is it Fridays? No, she says Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this show, do you know when your show is going to be coming live, Solange? I know that we have a working session this week.
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
hi, Lolly. How are you?
Sometime in January, right, Gwen? That's what
we're January. And Solange, you had a big announcement to make. We're already working on your very first retreat, couples retreat. So you want to tell us about that? Solange is fast. She's not ready to waste time. She already has all those things mapped out, that she's just telling me that, I had this. I said, okay, guess what? Let's jump on it. We're starting your show January. We're going to do a couple of shows, and then we'll announce that retreat, the couples retreat, Valentine's Day retreat. So Solange, tell us a little bit about that. We're looking forward to it already.
Thank you. Well, okay, the Valentine's Day retreat is a one-day retreat, like I was talking with Gwen. A retreat where it's a day where we want to invite couples. We don't care whether whether what is going on in your marriage, in the sense that whether you're struggling with it or it's blissful at that time, because it's all about making your couple a blissful couple.
You want to add a punch,
happy every time. So the idea is we want to have that one day, maybe Valentine's weekend or before, but sometime in February, where we'll have this day that we'll call, we'll invite people, maybe a couple that is maybe advanced in age in marriage, then a younger couple, then my pastor. I haven't spoken with him yet, but that's the idea. That we're going to have this retreat where we'll talk to them. Is going to be a space to talk to them, advise them, listen from them. Sometimes listen from the men, and the women will tell you what is happening. What are some of the problems? What are some of the things that they will like
that they're facing, that they want to see change?
Yeah. What are some of the changes they want? Then we'll have that workshop probably during the day. Then at 9, I will end it with the Valentine's Day dinner.
Yeah.
Really
And then some fun
yeah,
activities. We talked about
yeah.
adding some fun activities,
Fun activities,
making them play
activities to
together,
bond
sharing
them, yeah,
crazy
bonding
stories.
activities and stuff like that. So that's the
Wow.
idea. We haven't really put it all together,
We're
but
still
that's kind of the
fleshing it out.
idea.
But everybody look forward to that. It's coming your way. Valentine's Day is just in February. We're getting
Yeah.
ready for that retreat. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
Yeah.
what you can do when you have a powerhouse. Okay.
That's
And I
right.
really
Getting
thank
ready.
you, Gwen. I thank you so much because there is no way I would have done this alone because I was like, okay, how will I even start? But when you get somebody, who can hold your hand, it is very, very important. And I mean, I would just say it's God's time because I don't know why me and this girl have been talking for these years and we haven't spoken
Wow,
about
we've been
it.
friends for so many
Yeah.
years.
So I just say it's God's time. That's how I feel it. It's God's time. And my husband always say that children of God want to be blessed, right? But they are not prepared. That if you are not prepared, when God
Success means
sends the
preparedness.
blessing, you will miss it. But in this case, I said
It is your season.
opportunity met preparedness, and there's
Yes.
going to be an explosion.
Woohoo! So Solange is joining the next level team. It's called Elite. Okay.
Yes.
Solange is already in Elite. And
Wow.
we are fast forwarding everything for her. That's what you get when you pay for the shortcut, right? When you pay for the shortcut, Elite is available. You can start today for $500. It's only $9.97. For 6 weeks, we're going to work on your show idea, perfect it, and then create other activities like what we're working on with Solange. The couples retreat is already on the way. We're making it happen. We're making it big. That is also going to be a cash injection opportunity for her. So when you have somebody that helps you with proven strategies, I pay for mentorship myself. I showed you my screenshot,
Yeah.
Solange. I have a training. I belong to a mentorship program. I don't want to call the name, but I pay almost $1,000 a month for that because I want to be empowered. And I'm giving you all a worth of training that is almost $15,000 for $9.97 just for this period, so I can help as many entrepreneurs as possible. Get the roadmap, get it done faster instead of spending forever trying to figure it out. So Solange, we're actually 3 ladies right now. 2 of them are joining from South Africa. And Solange is right here in the United States. And I'm inviting you out there. If you're out there and you're still thinking about how to 10x your business, there are different ways how we'll create money for your business using your Powerhouse video show. So you're thinking about an investment, but what we're going to create for you is a system that will keep opening doors for your business. So think about it and think smart. And it's an opportunity for now, because if you want to join next time, it's going to be 10 grand, no shaking. And of course, you're going to have my one-on-one mentorship. I'll be sharing with you so many insights, but we'll also be creating a lot of cash injection activities, because that's why you have
We
a show.
need the cash.
You need the cash because your show is just where your people meet you. But how can you generate cash from that? By inviting people to join, to book a call with you, to book sessions with you, by creating events around what you do where people can actually pay to attend, and you give them the value and you propose next level help to them. That is what you do. If you're ready to 10x your business in 2022, seriously, you've got to think again about it. I don't joke with that. I pay for my own trainings because I know where I'm going. I want to have it right. I want to have systems that work. And I'm sharing this opportunity with my people for a little commitment, because that's all I need from you guys. I cannot charge the same kinds of amount that I am paying myself to get those kind of trainings and roadmap and everything. But I want my people to take action and commit into their own success. Because if you don't commit into your success, whether it's your time, your money, your emotions, you're not going to make it. That's the truth. Okay, so hey, this is what we have. We have these 4 amazing ladies, but we also have Johanna. I have Johanna's flyer here. I'm just going to put it up so you all can see. Johanna, that's Johanna's flyer. Johanna is going to be launching her show soon as well. Johanna, we celebrate you. We love you. It's called Thrive with Johanna. And her tagline is come back, rejuvenate, and be rejuvenate and ignite, right? Or reignited. And she says it's a self-care manual that would teach anxiety, stress, and depression and giving you your work-life balance back. And there she goes. It starts Thursday, 20th of January 2022, 8 p.m. UK and Irish GMT. And then you have her links. Go follow her. There's power in working together. There's power in finding a community. So, ladies, before we go, can you share your social media, your links, so that people can get in contact with you? Do your calls to action. What do you want the public to do for you? We've learned about that. We can't come here and not do that. So, let's start with Julliet.
Yes, so thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of us who has been here, who was taking our time and committed. It's about committion, being committed and intentionality, being intentional. For me, there's no turning back. You know, I am in like forever, ever going forward. So I'm grateful and I'm proud of each and every one of you. So what I'm expecting, I already have this community and I'm grateful. But how about every other person who is subscribed to the Gwendy Media to be part of us too? You know, and if you know somebody who is out there who needs help, let them know that there's help. Okay. And I'm just ready to offer that help, that listening ear, that therapeutic listening to whoever might need help, especially the adults and the aging. I'm not for the children. That's not my specialization. So I'll not want to say I can do all. No, my scope is limited to adults and aging. And yeah, just come in. Let's figure it out together so that you can have that emotional and mental clarity and thrive in your area of gifting. Yeah.
All righty. So, and Julliet, do you have a Facebook page, Instagram that we can follow up? Yesterday I tried to tag you. I think you have an Instagram page. Do you have an Instagram page? I couldn't tag you. I tried to tag you.
Yeah, I have a Facebook page, Nalela Sanctuary.
Okay.
It's just Nalela Sanctuary. Instagram, I have to edit it because as I'm learning all these new things, I'm editing and I'm updating and I'm upgrading. But I'm going to be on fire.
We are so ready. Julliet show is going to be coming up very soon. Do you have any dates yet? We still have to work on all of these, of course.
Yes.
But it's going to be called Let's Talk Mental Health with Julliet Tasama. Information, perceptions, and professional help to enable you gain psychological clarity for holistic wellness. And Julliet is a doctor in the making. She's a PhD student, guy. She knows what she's talking about. She has all
congratulations.
She has the experience and she has the professional belt. Her professional belt is quite long. And so for all your mental health issues, you check out on Julliet. And she's gorgeous. She's just going to brighten your day with a smile. So I don't know what you're waiting for, everyone. Like, I don't know. So let's talk to Joyce. What do you want to tell the public? What do you have for them?
Listen, I'm excited. We are excited for what is to come on Marriage Talks. As I mentioned, we will be kicking off by, God willing, the end of January 2022. And again, we're going to talk about everything marriage, everything in between. We're going to have some good moments, some cry moments, but we're just going to keep it real. That is our goal, to keep it real and remember that at the end of the day, it's all about having a God-centered marriage and what that is for you and I. We are currently on IG, marriage talk, so that it's 2 words, but together it's marriage and then talk, with S at the end. That is our current social media handle. We are working on the Facebook page. All of that will be definitely put out to you in due time before our very first live. And Gwen, I can't say thank you enough. I am so humbled to know you and your experiences. I'm excited for what is to come. Put it that way. I am excited for what is to come.
Oh my gosh, I am so thrilled. I'm so empowered by you ladies. And I'll tell you, just the training that we did, it has perfected my own skills in Canva. It has taught me so much. That is why when you teach people what you know, you become better at it. So you can't keep what you know. You have to start. You don't have to start perfect. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm not ready right now. Or I cannot start right now. Or and the more you waste time, the more you're leaving people in need. out here. So think about it as you are doing a service to the world if you're not out there doing what you were called to do, because you know it in your heart. I'm sure even those who are watching at home, they can feel it. Like, you know that there's something that you should be doing, but you're not doing it. You know that there are people out there you should be helping, but you're not helping them. You're not showing up for them because you've not taken the action to do it. And because of that, you are leaving them alone. They don't have somebody who can hold their hand. They don't have somebody who can help them out. Okay, so please take action. This is the end of the year 2021. Jump into 2022 with those skills, those abilities, those systems. Whoever can help you do it, reach out to them. Reach out to these ladies. They're gonna help you. If somebody's watching on another device, please bring down the volume. It's interfering in the sound here. Please bring down the volume completely. Okay, so let's hear from Solange. How can we connect with you, Solange?
Okay. There's some noise behind.
Someone is watching from another platform. You're gonna have to turn off the volume completely, mute the other device because it's interfering with the sound. Thank you, Solange. So what should we do? What's your call to action to the public today?
Okay. Again, my name is Solange Nsang. My Facebook name, you can follow me on. It's not yet published, but it's gonna be the Blissful Couples Corner. That's gonna be my Facebook page name. And like I said, we are planning when to kick off in January, some middle of January or so. In this space, like I said before, it's just a space that you want to come and learn the things that maybe you missed, to rekindle the flames.
Yes.
To learn how to solve that puzzle that you probably think that you don't understand at that time from your spouse. It's a space where you want to come and get the gist, the spices, how you can spice things up, how you can add some flavor to get that bliss. Everybody wants a blissful marriage, right?
Yes, that's a dream.
You want that couple kind of, can you look at your husband and you guys communicate like without talking?
Just understand.
Just understanding. Yes, that's what we are here. We're going to be here to help through that, to help through the crying times when you are so down, you want to kill him. Has this ever happened to you? Now you look at him, you can,
like those days that you don't talk to each other, like everybody
right? So
they happen in marriage. I'm telling you,
it happens. It does happen. But the way you overcome it is the spice you add to it.
Yes,
is the flavor. So
just pick their favorite food.
Yeah.
My mom
think of your favorite food.
Right. Egusi pudding for my dad. When she just makes the egusi pudding and achu, we just understand that Mama and Daddy have been quarreling. Something is wrong. Then she will just say, Dangi, I don't make your egusi pudding. Yeah, egusi pudding. In that voice. And my dad would just sit there like where he was just frowning like that. Yeah, he would just light up a little bit like, oh, egusi
exactly. What is it that you can do to cheer up? Sometimes when they are mad, you just need to just get past with some shorts.
My husband just needs soya. Like, my husband is a soya fan.
Yes. So we're going to be discussing all those things, how we can help. We're going to have retreats to discuss challenges and how to fix them. So we have a lot coming up. Just watch out.
Stay tuned.
Follow them. Please follow us. Again, the Blissful Couples Corner.
Woo! Woo! Again, the Blissful Couples Corner. Okay, guys? So, hey, this has been an amazing session. I am still pumped up. My heart is filled with joy. This is what I love to do. I love to serve my community. I love to just bring out the best in everybody. And I'm just so happy that you ladies trusted me with your time, that you trusted me, because I know all of us are so busy. Julliet is from Cameroon. Sometimes late night she was on the training. And on top of that, she was still doing homework after. Johanna had like in between stuff. Sophie, like there was just so much going on around everybody's life. But the truth is that when you want something, you know how to get it. You have to figure out a way. You have to create that time. And there's one question I want to ask you who's watching today. Do you have time for success?
Mm.
Do you have time for that? If somebody could show you how you could succeed, how you could make something happen, will you create the time for it? You have to ask yourself that question, because that question is the door.
That's right.
That question is the door. Ask yourself, search your heart, and ask yourself, I want this kind of lifestyle. I want this kind of marriage. I want to have a sanity. I want to be a happy person. I want to create a wonderful show. I want to serve my community. Can you make time for that? Do you have the time? Ask yourself that question, and that's how I'm going to leave you. That's a question I will leave you with today. Ponder upon it. Ask yourself, I want that success, but can I make time for that success?
Right.
Yes. These ladies, they squeezed themselves. These are all mompreneurs. Joyce and Solange live in the United States just like me. They had to make out time in between the babies and the motherhood cooking and the wifey duties and
Tell
the
me about
job. And the job. You have to make all that happen. And let me tell you, ladies, I work nights just because that is the best situation for my family. My husband works days. I work nights. I've not left my job. Even though I do this, I still have a job. Okay. And I don't encourage anybody to quit your job because you found a side hustle. No. Build it until you're sure that you have something solid that triples your salary. Then you can confidently say, okay, now I have a system in place. If you don't have a system, don't even think about it. You need to have a system that brings that recurrent income. And those are the things that I help you with inside of the training, inside of Elite Powerhouse Video Podcast Show. Okay. So I just want to thank all of you ladies for joining in. Juliet, your sound has a problem. That's why I muted you. I'm so sorry. But see, there's like an echo in the background because I was trying to figure out where the sound was coming from. I think that maybe your phone or your laptop is trying to play smart on us, but we're smarter. So, ladies, I want to thank you all for jumping on this, for betting on yourself, for taking the leap of faith to see your dreams come true, to be able to serve your community in a better way. I am so proud of you, ladies. That's my heart is so filled with joy. Like I went to bed that day. I told you, ladies, that I slept all night. Like my husband and the kids, they traveled to Virginia. And so for the first time in such a long time, I had to sleep in. I woke up at 11 o'clock today. And all I needed to do was work on the show, like get ready for the show, set up the broadcast and all whatnot. So inside of our group, Launch Your Powerhouse Video Podcast Show, you are so invited to join. I'm going to drop the links here. Any of you can drop the links as well. Join this group. It's a community of growing and thriving entrepreneurs. We are ready to rock it. We're ready to be one another's keeper. We're ready to be one another's support system. So the ladies here, Solange, Joyce, Juliet, so proud of you ladies. I can only say, let's go. We got
Thank you, Gwen. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Gwen.
Thank you, ladies.
Let's go. Juliet, we can hear from you. I just put on your sound because we're about to wrap up, but it's okay. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So please, guys, look forward. Their pages are coming up. I'm going to be sharing it right here on Gwendy Media because they already have a powerhouse that supports them. We're going to be promoting everything that they're doing right here so that all of you can see and go follow them. And please, if you're not following their pages, they are all on Facebook. Solange Nsang, that's her Facebook page. Follow her, just connect with her. If you're somebody who is struggling with your marriage and you need a corner, a couple, a good corner to just talk and feel free and talk about your issues. It's going to be highly confidential. She's never going to share your anything with anybody. She's been doing this for years. She's been helping. She's been getting the results. Joyce is here to walk you through having a centered, God-centered marriage. There's always a lot going on, the in-betweens, and how you can fix it up and have a better, blissful home, a marriage full of love and God. And success, because when they say when you have God as the third person in your home, there's bound to be success. Your problem should not be on the third party, it should be with God. And if you can find it together as a family, then you talk to a specialist, somebody who knows how to help people like Solange, like Joyce right here. And if you're out there and you're struggling with some mental health issues, things that are disturbing your family, you have kids that have maybe special needs and it's traumatizing you. I actually saw a video today of this woman. She went live on her Facebook. She was just crying and she was saying, I just wanted to salute all women that have children with special needs. You all don't know what we go through. She was crying literally. She said some days she looks at her son and she asks herself question, what did I do? But then she just remembers that there are women who don't even have the chance to have a child that is called their own. And she remembers that she needs to be grateful. So all of these things, there are people out there who need to speak to somebody, specialist. Dr. Eunice couldn't join us today. Hopefully we'll have her next week with Johanna and Innocentia and all of them to share what they've been working on and what they need you to do for them. This is support that they need from you to go follow and subscribe and all that. But we all need you to, support, okay? These women are out here to transform lives in their different fields of expertise, and they're putting themselves out here to you. And all you need to do is check on them, DM, give them a call if you know them personally. But hey, there is help for that situation you have. Right. So don't keep it inside. Don't die in silence. Speak up. Look for help, and you certainly find the help. I want to thank you, ladies, for being on the show today. I hope you had a wonderful time.
I had an amazing time. Thank you
so much.
All right. So I'm just going to say thank you to everybody that took the time to watch the show today. I hope you got so much value. I hope that you got transformed. I hope that you got inspired to go out and go for your dreams. There's no reason why you should be holding back. If you have any limiting beliefs, we did a training last week, actually live on the show, where you can replace those limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. If you're that kind of person who thinks, I don't have what it takes, change that belief and tell yourself, I have everything that it takes. I am special. I am beautiful and wonderfully made. The world needs me. So take those limiting beliefs and write out empowering beliefs. So every time you start thinking about those limiting beliefs, you just confuse it with the empowering belief, and it's just going to naturally disappear and just go. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed the show. Thank you for stopping by. If you're not following our pages, please don't forget to like us on Facebook, on Instagram, and to follow us on our YouTube. And of course, turn on that notification. Every single week we talk to amazing people, personalities, professionals from all walks of life, from all around the world, whose stories and experiences inspire and empower the community to be better. And most importantly, believe that your dreams are valid. So, hey, champion, what are you waiting for? Your dreams are valid. Let's say it together.
Yes.
Your dreams are
valid.
All right. You all have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode of Spotlight with Gwendy, right here on Gwendy Media TV. Happy birthday again to Sophie Ngassa, who left us because she's on her way traveling. Happy birthday to Julliet.
Yes. Happy birthday.
And hey, let's keep rocking it. Ladies, we have a training. When should we have that training? Today or tomorrow? We're supposed to go over creating your Facebook page, which is your broadcast channel, and updating your media bio, because it's so important. When people fall on your bio, on your page, they should be able to understand what you do. Without you saying a word. So let me know, just commit right now. When are you available for the training?
Tomorrow.
Before we go, tomorrow what time?
Because today, no.
First Sunday, let's do a 1 p.m. training. Would that work after church? 2 p.m. training?
1 p.m. I will still be in church. So maybe like
2-ish. 3-ish. Let's do it 3 p.m.
2-ish,
to 4
3-ish is
p.m.
good.
All right. So if you'd like to join that training, it's all open. The ladies will drop the link. It's Launch Your Powerhouse Video Podcast group on Facebook, or the Global Female Entrepreneurs group on Facebook. We stream to both platforms because that's where we have empowered ladies who are transforming the world, and don't be left behind. Okay, let's 10x your business this year. You can do it. You got it. Let's go. All right. See you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Gwen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I see that I'm back. All right, I'll see you next week, ladies, and everybody who joined in. Thank you so much. We hope that you had a wonderful time. We hope that you enjoyed learning from these amazing young professional women who are out here to transform the world. They have their shows coming up. Please look forward to that and do support them as much as you can. They're going to be out there to help you, in the different domains of expertise. And hey, what are you waiting for? You got solutions out here. Are you ready for the next phase of your life? Are you ready to 10x your business in 2022? If you are ready, especially if you want to create a show online so that that can become the powerhouse for your business, then look in the comment section right here. I did add the links to the elite training, which starts in 10 days, guys. This is just a gift to my community to help as many entrepreneurs as possible. So if you would like to join your 6-figure online show academy, then this is it. The training starts in 10 days. So go ahead, click on that link and join the training and don't be left out. And hey, I have an ebook right here. If you are a business owner, an entrepreneur out here, and you want to learn how to use video to skyrocket your business faster, then jump in on this ebook right now. That's the link right there. It's just $7. This ebook is going to give you steps, ideas on how to really set up your business and do your videos the right way, professional, so you can have and attract the kinds of clients that you need. And we're shooting for high profile, right? We're shooting for high profile connections, collaborations, partnerships. And that's what you want, right? Because you want to create that income. You want to create that impact, right? By serving your community daily. You want to also create the influence that you need out here, right? And so why not do it the right way? You're just a step away from taking your business to the next level. So why don't you jump on the Elite Video Podcast Pro Academy opportunity? This training is available for you. The training starts in 10 days, and you can start right now by just dropping I don't want to call the price because I want to scare people, but hey, you need to be ready to invest in yourself, invest in your business, invest in your life. If you want to start converting, it's not all about having views and likes. It's about you creating the impact that you need and reaching out to the people that really need to hear your message. And most importantly, creating an income for yourself so that you can live a happy life. So go ahead and click that link and join Elite. In 10 days, we start the journey to taking your business to the next level. Let's skyrocket that business for you this year in 2022. As we wrap up 2021, we're ready with a roadmap. All right. So, hey, everybody. My name is Gwendolyn FD. I'm the founder of Gwendy Media TV, and I'm also the creator of the Global Female Entrepreneurs Group on Facebook and the Launch Your Powerhouse Video Podcast group on Facebook. I am a media success coach, and I help entrepreneurs just like you every single day find clarity and mostly create businesses aligned to their incredible gifts using the power of your online show. Let me help you 10x your business in 2022 by using your online show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And to those who are just joining for the first time, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, on Instagram. And if you're watching on YouTube, woohoo! Love you so much. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support. We're here every single week with programs that transform and inspire and empower the community. And we would love to see you here again. So don't hesitate to go ahead, hit the red subscribe, be part of our family, and turn on that notification so every time we come live, you're the first to know. All right, you have a wonderful day. Cheers to your success. It's been Spotlight with Gwendy. Love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.